everybody, this is Miss Margres, and today I'm going to be doing an introduction to wheel throwing, and I will be demonstrating how to make a basic form on the wheel, starting with the cylinder, and then we might make it into a bowl or a vase. Few tools that you need to start out with. You need your ball of clay. It does need to be wedged. You need a bat that is on your wheel. You'll need a container of water, a sponge. You will need a wooden tool, a pointed wooden tool, a chamois, a needle tool, and a wooden rib. Okay, so the first thing that you want to keep in mind with wheel throwing is your body position. You want to put your legs on either side of the wheel. You'll be hunched over the wheel, and you want your elbows always to be locked into your body. You always throw with two hands. You are never going to put one hand on the wheel. Okay, you always use two hands. They work together as a team. You'll have a foot pedal usually on your right side. Once you set the speed of your wheel, you'll take your foot off of the wheel so your weight is evenly distributed while you're throwing. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is take your clay and your bat, and we're just going to moisten the bat just a little bit. And you want to try to slam your clay down initially in the center. Okay, and if you look at the prongs where the bat attaches to the wheel, you can kind of gauge where you think the center is. Okay, and then just try to pat it, try to make it as centered as possible, okay, before we actually start the centering process. Okay, now when you think it's centered, we are going to get our sponge, dip it in some water. Okay, and you always want your hands and the clay moist while you're throwing. Okay, and we are going to be centering at a higher speed. Okay, this is as fast as the wheel will go, and we're just going to take it down a little bit to center it. Okay, now even though I put it in the center, I still want to make sure it is in the center so I have an evenly symmetrical pot. Okay, for centering, what you want to do, you're going to take two hands, and we're going to use all of our muscles, and we're going to push it in towards the center. Okay, and I like to throw with one sponge in a hand just to keep the clay moist. Okay, so kind of grab the clay. Okay, again, notice that my arms are strong and they're locked. Okay, you are in control of the clay. Make sure the clay does not push you around. Okay, so again, squeeze the clay towards the center and then start lifting your hands. Okay, we're going to bring the clay up a little bit. Okay, and it will be easy to tell if your clay is centered because it won't wobble anymore. Okay, once you bring your clay up, okay, we are going to push it down. Okay, again, we're always working with two hands, two thumbs on the top. Okay, we're going to push our clay down in the center. Okay, and our goal is a little dome shape. Okay, just like that. All right. The next thing that we are going to do is make that initial hole in the clay so we can make a form. Now I'm going to put the wheel on kind of like a medium speed. Okay, to make that initial hole, okay, we're going to start with, I like to use my middle finger, and then we're just going to push straight down. Again, you're working with two hands. Okay, keep it moist. Okay, and we're going straight down. Okay, and you're going to have to guesstimate where to stop. Okay, and don't go all the way to the bat. Okay, we're going to measure how much clay is at the bottom. Take your needle tool, stick it straight in the start of your pot, slide your pointer finger down the needle tool and pull it out, and you want about as much clay on the bottom as it is compared to your thumbnail, and I would say that is almost, a perfect match there. So that is enough clay at the bottom. If you come up and there's too much clay at the bottom, you'll want to push down more. If by accident the bottom is too thin, I would just recommend just starting again. All right, so we made that initial hole. Okay, again, we're on a medium speed here. And now I'm going to pull the clay towards me. I want to open up this hole a bit more. Okay, again, 2 hands. Okay, I'm working with 1 hand inside my pot. Okay, and I'm going to make that hole bigger by just pulling the clay towards me. Okay, keep your clay wet. Okay, and you decide where to stop. The farther out you pull the clay, the wider your pot will be. Okay, our next step is to raise the walls, and we have a lot of clay on the sides. It's really thick. So what we need to do